yeah.
It's a fine.
What kind of pine trees too?
Yeah, they are fine. Yeah. And even like, including with it, like there are wild orchids, like the small one, but now it's not the season. These are usually burned. These have usually good smell. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, carpet over there. Oh yeah, those are pregnant. But these are good. They are dried. This one is dried. These are like, they are used like temporary. They are just cut off, then just burn it.
You guys remember? Can you remind me that I have this in my pocket? I'd like to ID what kind of pine tree this is.
For fragments, that one is better.
Yeah, that one's
But for
more
little
pine
amount,
tree.
this is better. Yeah. Well, usually buying, they don't buy this, but in like plastics and all, this they buy. They mix it with this. Especially this. These are not. These are like, they are grown like grass and also they are burned. Yeah. This can be burned like this much because it's too hard. Like when you cut it off, they will all fall down. So the actual plant have big cone. So this I don't think it has, but the other one I think it has a small cone. Over there it is small. The other one it has small cone. In Arunachal you will get to see big. Yeah, and we have over there like next to our home. There's one house which have two actual the Arunachal species of pine. I can only see we can only see over there. Others we can. But in next part of Sikkim we can. Dry. No, I don't think because like they may be pulling some logs, branches of trees. So, like the running water, like they are this water, this pipe is for the connection for the trout farm. This pipe, the big pipe, these are for water connection. So, the owner that we just click the photo of that kitten, to that owner. There are around maybe 7 trout farms are there. They are better trout farm. That will be like second point or something. Yeah. In season 500, 600, 700 at that rate will go. I don't think. I don't know. Okay, like now it's not the season, so it may be expensive. Yeah. Though it's tasteless, but because it has a lot of benefit. I've seen. It's good for like kidney and all. You can just YouTube it and. Now it's not a season, but in rainy season, like there are wild orchids with different color of orchids, so it even look better. There's like small little rain. Now it's like not much rain, so wild orchids. There will be yellow, then white.
I got it.
Like this.
It'll be yellow and white.
Yeah. The white is now for the season, so for it like yellow. Yeah. Like those are the bloomed ones. Orchid over here. Even this, the opposite by the other, because others tourists and foreign tourists.
Yeah, Salvia is a crazy job. But they can also graft roots. They don't need mycelial networks. Like their roots can actually be grafted directly to themselves. A little interspecies communication, but I don't think that communication is interspecies. Like different species. I think it's like pine will communicate with pine. And it depends on the circumstances. Like it doesn't always happen, but if the circumstances result in the benefit of both of those trees, like if it's a symbiotic relationship, then yeah, they'll definitely communicate and distribute nutrients. But otherwise, like they're not going to give their nutrients to something that's going to outcompete them, right? It's not a very good evolutionary strategy. Whereas the pine trees, they can at least breed with them, right? They can get pollinated and further their genetics.
Yeah. I have one, like, I just heard about it. Like in our tradition, like there were no tea plants. So before, like our forefathers, they used to, like there is one specific tree. That tree should be a big with a, that tree should have a hollow inside it, like the tree trunk.
Okay.
It should be hollow. On the tree trunk, the tree is too big, and it's named Bazarat, the local name.
Okay.
And inside it, there's like the tree must be too huge, and it must be like old, maybe like many years, maybe decades. And inside there are a small patch of like fluid, similar to syrup you will get to see from the tree excreted. So we easily pick it up, and it's like coal, similar to coal.
Yeah.
And a small amount of is like it's what to say.
I forget what the name is. I was actually just picking some of that also, like this summer.
Yeah.
It's very good. You can use it for tea. You can use it for, like some people use it in their hair, mixed with other oils. Some people use it for like mustache wax.
Only a small amount you will get. Then during that time they used to drink the tea from that tea. So what they have, I believe, like by drinking that tea from that syrup, like small, like this small amount, a small amount is enough for making tea. Small amount.
Very,
so
very
it is named kuto, kut or kuto.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a medicine for like having crumbs in our body. Even I have. Yeah, I just go into the forest and I found.
Me. Yeah, what was the name? I think there's saponin. It's a form of saponin. That was probably some kind of a pathogen or something that broke a piece. Pathogenicity, and then it grows like it's surrounded. But that probably happened when it was like pretty young. Yeah, because
And what people here they usually do is like they have some trees, like they have cottonwoods and all. Inside they're like they're hollow and they have like manure like this. Then they usually put that manure in orchids and all.
Have you learned the different tissues of plants, like the phloem and xylem and
Yeah.
yeah, you've learned all that. It's pretty interesting that most of the tree is dead. The vast majority of the trunk is dead.
Yeah.
And that's why if you ring a tree, so if ever you are on a hike and there's types of trees, for example paper birch, that shed their bark really easily and it's very flammable, and you use that for fire, just make sure you don't pull too deep into it and make sure you don't go all the way around, because if you ring it, if you dig deep, even if it's just this wide or even this wide, if you dig deep enough all the way around, it'll completely cut off the flow of their photosynthase, like the sugars that they make through photosynthesis, and they can't get anything down to the roots. Because the phloem, it's a type of tissue that moves the photosynthase. It's on the outskirts. It moves it from the leaves down to the roots. And all over the place too. So don't ring trees because you're gonna kill it. I know you like to do that, but
The people here for wood, they just ring the tree.
they ring trees.
Yeah, they ring tree.
Why is that?
For wood.
For wood. Okay.
Yeah. If like any government official come, why did you cut this tree? Like it gets dried.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing. It dries it naturally, right?
yeah.
Just kills it off.
Even there are good price for like the spine,
Yeah.
and even there are like good price for better than this. There are like timbers who have good price. So illegally people they do it like that. Mica.
Baby.
Stone Age, है ना? Very funny. Middle.
So far from what I can tell, the rest of the world can take some lessons from West Sikkim. It's crazy the disrespect that people have for what gives you everything. Especially India. Just messing with you. No, but it was pretty upsetting. Like all over India so far. Just the amount of garbage and the mentality toward just throwing garbage on the street randomly. And like I don't get it because you have people who go up and clean the streets afterward. Like it's so much easier to just throw it in a garbage can, and that way 0% of that garbage will end up in oceans. Because either way you're picking up the garbage. And it's just simplifying everybody's lives if you throw it out to begin with. It's because nobody started it. Nothing happens until the first person does it. It's just like recycling of clay pots. You know that every single time you drink chai or a lassi or whatever in a clay pot, you throw it. That's ridiculous to me. Even if you don't reuse that one pot, even if you don't clean it, collect them and reuse the materials, because you can recycle that material. You can recycle clay pots. You can like re-moisten them, and you can make a brand new, like you can make a masterpiece with a bunch of tiny clay chai cups. But that's the thing, it takes the first person to start that initiative. Nothing's gonna change if people don't complain. Have you guys heard of Greta Thunberg? You have? Have you? You're young and you're interested in the environment. Look into this girl. This girl is creating a massive movement that's going on right now in the world. There are rallies of over 100,000 people in a single city, and it's called Fridays for the Future. And everybody leaves school. Like all youth leave school every single Friday, and they don't go to school on Fridays, and they all march together at these different locations.
How old is she?
She's 16, 17. She started this last year, the end of last year.
Yeah. Even last time I had a plan like collecting saplings and beautiful saplings like cherry saplings, and which could be like beneficial for the birds and all. I was planning that with my friends, but I couldn't. I was busy in painting. We got a good contract regarding painting, and this painting was from national scheme. Okay. So regarding Swachh Bharat, the cleanliness painting we did.
Okay.
So there was good price, so we were focused on that. Afterwards, we were planning like avocado and all.
Like
that.
avocado?
Yeah, avocado. Like those will be like the animals will come due to that also.
Nice. That's a good tree for it.
Come on. I'll have this. Yeah.
You're gonna eat that? Would you like to eat that as well? You're gonna finish this?
No.
Like I was talking about, it got rung, so there's no water that can go up, or nutrients that can go down. So it's like trying to survive. That thing's gonna, it's probably already dead, but it'll probably die within the next little while.
These are nuts.
Not true, though.
Yeah, nuts.
These are
This timber, when it doesn't have inside is hollow, it is better than this also. This pine tree. Yeah, it will like this timber will be lasting for long, but these nuts are eatable.
Really?
They have a really good taste. But recently we can't find it. By luck only we can, because inside it insect.
Okay.
For this we have to do a little bit hard work like that.
A little jab.
But these nuts are eatable.
No? Or they are?
Eatable, yeah. They have a very good taste, yeah.
Yeah, this one's got insect all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not the season. There are a lot. Careful, it might be. Yeah, but not too many. No. Over there, down there. No. Zoe! And there are different kind, different amazing mushrooms.
How much did we? Damn. Cool.
There are a lot over down here.
You crack it. Can you eat this?
No.
It's like a puffball. Don't inhale if you crack it open. The spores will go into you and might.
Actually, we do find nuts, dangerous mushrooms. It's only when we eat.
Get a little bit lower. It just changes the photo entirely. I can crop this bottom out. probably end up editing before that. I'll probably end up editing before. But don't, yeah. Lightroom is unbelievable. It's such a powerful tool. Can do. Fuck, this is moody. This is wild. This is crazy. Yeah. That was really good. That's a funny expression, but really, really nice. Like, that's so moody. Oh man, these are cool creepers. Like the rule of thirds? Right. Yeah. Like you really want to carry. The rule of thirds really helps with that. Hold up. You take one. Don't be afraid to take a bunch. Remember that bar. Like set your zoom and then use this thumb. It'll actually change. Like you can see it while you're looking in the viewfinder, because it'll change depending on what you push. Like this area back here. Can you take one more? Up there. Got this. Nice. Nice. Keep going. Cool. So, can I have that lid? Oh, I have it. Alright. Thanks for your patience.